PSG leading the break. Gomes looking for the overlap. Alba inside. It's Messi!
Outside, he'll place it inside. Great tackle, but oh, he's finished off by Jenny. It's a run from him, but it's Messi. It's Iniesta! And the Chelsea fans.
Alright, let's just forget about this game. This was such a forgettable game. My God. Barcelona beating Intercity, going to the next round of Copa del Rey. Alright, good I guess. But 4-3 being the scoreline, conceding 3 goals against a third division team. It's embarrassing, especially for a team like Barcelona who wants to win glory. La Liga, Copa del Rey, Europa League, whatever. But is this how we're gonna win if we just perform like this horrible? I just don't know what to say. Like, Xavi has to get a lot of things done correct. Like, he has to get things correct. There were a lot of negatives. There were a few positives, of course, but a lot of negatives that he has to figure it out. Now, of course, I do know this is a second-hand team, a B team from Barcelona. It's a Copa del Rey, and of course, giving chances to those people who basically want some minutes. But see, we have seen a lot of times. This rotation, and most of those matches, they are boring, they are shite. We have seen it last year, we have seen it last year, where we have seen rotations, players getting minutes. Those players who don't get minutes, they play in these matches. We still don't play this bad. Like, we still play decent. Like, this was horrible. 4-3, my God. And this is not looking good for Xavi. But you know what? Let's discuss as to how things unfolded in this match, because my God, there were a lot of things going horrible. Let's talk about it. And let's begin with the starting 11. Shoutouts to Barca for this amazing lineup. Inaki Peña in goal. Our backline: Jordi Alba, Jules Koundé, Ronald Araujo and Hector Bellerin. Midfield 3: Sergio Busquets, Pablo Torre and Franck Kessie. And our front 3: Ferran Torres on the left, Ousmane Dembele on the right and Memphis Depay up top. So we went with a 4-3-3 formation, and sometimes you'd see Memphis Depay and Ferran Torres interchanging, switching up roles. But yeah, talking about this first half, it was okay from Barcelona. Domination, possession. At this point, I don't even know as to I like hearing that, because we don't get the much out of it. Like, look, we try to create chances. We, of course, did create some chances. It's not like we completely did not. We did, but clinically, again, finishing was not there. It was really horrible, and especially the chances that we are creating. It wasn't like, again, those clear-cut chances. We're just not playing at that level to make those clear-cut chances. Like, if you watch matches like how Arsenal are playing nowadays, you would, like, in that sense, I mean, like the clear-cut chances. They are, able to pass through around, progress the ball nicely, circulate it around, and of course, make good chances for each player. In this match, like, we did get some few chances like that were looking good, but again, finishing was not there. So that is another problem for Barcelona. But yeah, first half, we of course scored the goal early on though. It was a set piece goal, of course, taken by Pablo Torre, a beautiful set piece taken by him. And then Ronald Araujo came and bashed, got the head in and scored the goal for Barcelona, 1-0 being the score. And a really good goal for Araujo, especially in his return from injury. Absolutely brilliant from Araujo. And just throughout that first half, after that goal, it was okay from Barcelona. We were just trying to circulate the ball around. Nothing was happening though. Like, it was kind of like those matches where we have the B teams and the match is kind of stagnant. Yeah, it was kind of like that. It was literally like that. Like, it was just, we were circulating around, maybe getting a few chances here and there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where the story ends. And our wingers as well, like, it's not like we were completely out of chances. We had few moments, like, especially like Dembele on the right hand side having chances, Memphis Depay sometimes when he was inverting, Ferran Torres towards the end of the first half. It's just, again, not finishing isn't there, and of course decision making from the players was not good. Sometimes you would see Memphis over dribbling, sometimes you would see Dembele over feinting, like he was just making feints left, right, center, just already shoot the ball, god damn it. And then you have Ferran Torres off-ball movements, but just finishing not there. So it was kind of like a meh performance from our front three. And yeah, it was looking really good. And nothing much to say. Intercity, they weren't able to do much. A little bit of counterattacks, nothing really dangerous, especially except for one though, in which there was a very incredible through ball for one of the Intercity players who outpaced Araujo and Kunde both. But thank God, Araujo once again showing that why we need him, giving a crucial slide interception and got the ball away. Or else it would have been 1-1. Except for that in counter-attack, it was all right from Barcelona. But of course, you would expect those counter-attacks because Xavi was also playing high line. Just kind of similar kind of style like how Pep plays, high line stuff, just trying to circulate the ball around with a lot of players towards the opponent half. So yeah, of course it is expected to have some very dangerous counter-attacks. Yeah, so that's just how first half went. 1-0 to Barcelona. It was just like that. 1-0. And yeah, talking about the players who how they played in the first half, Inaki Peña, starting him with him, and it was alright. It was alright from Inaki Peña. He didn't have anything much to do. Ball distribution was alright. It was okay from Inaki Peña. So yeah, fair enough for Inaki Peña. Hector Bellerin was not good. I feel like he was quite rusty, of course, not getting much of those minutes, getting those now in this Copa del Rey match. It wasn't good though. It wasn't a good performance from him and really is worrying signs for him. And I don't know if he'll get chances in the right back spot. It is going to be a doubt for Xavi. I guess he's probably going to make him play only in these, trophy matches like Copa del Rey and all that jazz. That's it. Nothing more than that. Jules Koundé was okay. I feel like, many people were giving a lot of praise to Koundé in this match. I feel like he was okay, like in that first half. Of course, it wasn't like he was bad. It was alright from him though. I feel like he just got the job done, whatever he had to do. It was alright from Koundé. Nothing really amazing like how people are praising. It was okay from him. Ronald Araujo though, my god, this guy returned with a bang. He was absolutely incredible. Scored the goal, and of course that crucial slide intervention that he made to get the ball away, saving Barcelona from not conceding. And also physically wise, just defending wise, he was amazing. And fair play, man. Amazing return for Ronald Araujo. Absolutely brilliant performance from him in that first half. Jordi Alba, he was playing more like a left winger, getting a lot of freedom, attacking freedom, and doing a bit defensive work, but mostly he used to get defensive support from Pablo Torre and sometimes Busquets. So he's playing a lot more high up top though. So just whipping those crosses in and try to have some combinations with Memphis, Ferran Torres. That's basically what he was doing. Pablo Torre, of course, as well. So yeah, it was all right from Jordi Alba. He did whatever he could. Better than Bellerin, of course, but yeah, it was all right from Jordi Alba. Sergio Busquets, first half also all right. Nothing much. I guess he got the job done. Sometimes he was looking awful. But in second half, he was completely awful, definitely. Like, he was losing ball a lot. It was horrible. But first half, I think he did okay, switching up flanks and stuff, trying to control the tempo. It was all right from Busquets. Franck Kessie was a weird one to judge because I don't know what Xavi was trying with him. Like, he was kind of making him like a second striker. So he wanted him to confuse the defenders of Intercity to think that I'm just gonna make those runs, maybe try to attract the players towards him. So maybe the Ferran Torres or whoever is in actual striker, the actual number 9 would get some space in, but it really didn't work out. He was trying to make some combinations with Dembele, which was sometimes looking good, had some shots here and there. It was all right from Kessie. I feel like, again, I more so prefer him as a CDM. Maybe one match try him like as a lone CDM with Pedri and Frenkie as the midfielders, but let's see what happens though. I really don't think he's that good to be as an attacking midfielder for Barcelona. Pablo Torre though, he was an amazing player. In that first half, he did good. Sometimes looked shaky, looked a little bit awful, but you know what? Most of the times, he had a bright match. He had a bright first half. high up top as a number 8, getting into those spaces, trying some creativity, get some playmaking in there, and of course his dribbling as well, close dribbling, have some connections with the players. I think it was good from Pablo Torre in that first half. And sometimes again, like I said, he was looking shaky. Defensively wise, he was looking a bit shaky, but attacking wise though, he was looking good, like high up top. Maybe Xavi should maybe give more tries to him high up top. But yeah, let's see. It was a good first half from Pablo Torre. Definitely he did good stuff in that first half. Ferran Torres on the left. Ferran Torres was okay. He was alright, I guess. Or maybe even below that. He was below average, to be honest. Like, again, not really good performance. His off-ball movements good, on-ball shite, finishing shite, passing shite. I don't even know what to say. So yeah, it was below average from Ferran Torres. Dembele, he was getting much of the ball. He was overdoing stuff, like again decision making not being there, like how it is usually with Dembele. Frustrating performance, over feinting, over dribbling, like yeah, it's just so frustrating. Memphis Depay, I think, was all right. I think as a left winger, inverted left winger, I think Depay can be a good player. Try to have some combinations with Jordi Alba or maybe with the midfielders. I think against Atletico Madrid, it should be tried out. Like maybe like a front three of Memphis, Ansu, and I guess Rafinha, because those three players are shown really well. Or like Memphis did not shine really well, but it was alright from him. Like I feel like maybe he should be given a little bit more chances in the left hand side. He has been doing good, and today also he did alright. So yeah, I guess he did decent. So yeah, that's how Barcelona ends the first half score being 1-0. Now talking about the second half, where things were just going crazy. And yeah, first of all, the way how we started off the second half, it was just like in the first half, but a little bit changed from Intercity. Like towards the end of the first half, Intercity started creating some mid-block. They started creating cutting those narrow spaces through the middle, so Barcelona would not be able to operate much in the central. And of course, that's Barcelona were going a lot towards the width. So in the second half, what they did was they not only tried to cut the narrow spaces, but also have an extra man in the width to prevent Dembele from doing something. Because yes, Dembele was kind of horrible, but he was kind of creating threats though. Like he was getting inside the box, trying some opportunities to score. Of course he wasn't, but he was of course being a threat. So I guess that's why they wanted to lock him down, and it sort of worked. Dembele was not the best again in the second half, and of course their strategy worked, as in the 59th minute they scored equalizer, and this came from a corner. Jules Koundé and Araujo having a bit horror, both of them going for the same ball, and they could not deflect it anyhow, and Solde from Intercity equalized for them, 1-1 being the score. A little bit horrific defending from our centre back pairing, and it did not look good. And of course Barcelona did get the comeback though. They did score the second goal, where it was again Dembele, and it was the super sub Pablo Gavi who gave the through ball to Dembele. Really good through ball from Gavi, and Dembele, with the chances that he had in this first half as well as in the second half, the misses and all, but this time he finished it finally and scored for Barcelona, 2-1 being the score. However though, we again concede in the 74th minute. It's again the same guy, Solde, and this time Intercity player from the left hand side gives an amazing cross, I must say, towards Solde. Solde making a good run. Jordi Alba could not catch up to him, and he headed in, made it 2-2 for Intercity. And of course, just like every time, we again bounce back for the third goal, and this time it was Rafinha's turn, and it was the man to get his redemption, Jordi Alba, who had a nice pass. First of all, shouts to Eric Garcia about the build-up, the way he went from the defensive side towards the midfield area, passed it towards Ansu giving a one-touch pass towards Jordi Alba, a quick one-touch, and then Jordi Alba giving a low cross towards the right side, Nobody got touch of the ball. Rafinha hit that in, made it 3-2 for Barcelona. And then Intercity again equalized in the 86th minute, so close towards the end. We could not hold on. But this was a horror from Marcos Alonso. I feel like this could have been avoided, but my God, this was a very horrible performance, or horrible play, of course, from Marcos Alonso. I guess performance-wise, it was average from him, below average maybe, but a very horrible play from Alonso. Got dispossessed. The Intercity player just ran. Busquets was the only one. Gavi tried to catch up to him. He passed towards Solde, and Solde made it 3-3, scoring a hat-trick on Barcelona. This was embarrassing, man. Defensively wise, we were shite. We were getting exposed, and especially like this third goal made me so mad. Like, Alonso knows we are playing high line. We got no support if in case they do a counter attack, and yet he does that blunder. And yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. Many players, like again Busquets as well, was awful in that second half. Many players dropped down, and it was looking horrible, man. Like, I feel like one player though who I guess some people were jumping on too much, like Franck Kessié. I feel like he was doing decent though in that second half. Like, I feel like in the defensive transition, like, you know, going from the defense towards the attack, having some combinations. In second half, it was working a bit. Like in first half, it wasn't working that well because he wasn't getting much of the ball, and when he was, he couldn't do really much of it. But in the second half, he was able to get much higher top and getting those opportunities. But again, you know, I mostly again still prefer him in that CDM role because his physicality and I guess work rate can be really well, you know, appreciated if in case he does like defensive duties. But yeah, it was all right from Kessié, but nonetheless, like it was looking horrible. Like, of course, we had some good super subs. Gavi, of course, Ansu Fati, Rafinha. These were the subs, super subs for Barcelona. Eric Garcia was sort of like a super sub. Of course, he was doing quite blunders, to be honest, in that second half. Again, why Christensen isn't there? But you know what? I wouldn't really take away from Garcia. He, of course, made that second goal happen. The third goal. So yeah, fair play to him for that. But yeah, just like that, Barcelona ended the second half score being 3-3. Now, of course, we go into the extra time, the first half of extra time. It was just going all right for Barcelona. Again, trying to create chances around, circulating the ball. Of course, we had the new subs in, and Alejandro Balde came in and showed a little bit of bright sides. Again, Balde, as always, doing his stuff, doing amazingness. And this time he went as a left winger. He substituted Dembele, so he was actually left winger. Alba was there as a left back completely. Like, Alba used to play as a left back mostly, right? Like as a left winger mostly. But now Alba became completely as a left back, and it was Balde who took his position. And yeah, he had some fair few opportunities. Like there was one in the second half of this extra time where Rafinha gave a beautiful through ball, and Alejandro Balde, he almost got the goal in, but his first touch was horrible. His first touch are quite bad, but yeah, other than that, he had the pace, he had the agility, all that stuff, so it was really good from him. But yeah, towards the end of the first half of the extra time, we got the fourth goal, and it was again the person who got the assist also scored the goal, Rafinha, and this was a good play from Barcelona. And I feel like the best play from Barcelona was probably the third goal, but this was also a good passing play. So it was Kessié and I think Jude Koundé who were trying to have that pass and play. There was a nice pass towards Rafinha who was making a run in the right hand side, gave a nice cut-in pass towards Ansu Fati, and Ansu, of course, shot. There was a bit deflection, but it went in the goal, made it 4-3 for Barcelona, and that was all she wrote. That was all it. That's how the game ended. 4-3 being the score. There was a couple of more opportunities in that second half. Like I said, for Balde, he had a very big chance where Rafinha gave him a pass, and Rafinha, I feel like he did really good in that second half. Like he honestly came on and gave good signs in switching up the flanks. Of course, his passing was really good. Those line breaking passes and all that jazz. It was good from Rafinha. Ansu Fati, of course, had a few close chances. So yeah, it was all right from the subs. They did their job, and just like that, Barcelona wins 4-3. Well, it wasn't really the best of the best matches. There was so much things going wrong in this match. Defensively wise, playing high line was itself a very big risk, especially the way how Intercity were playing the one-touch football. It definitely wasn't the best idea to play a really like high line type of play style, because their counterattacks are very fast, and once they got those counterattacks very quickly, of course they got those goals wrapping in. Like that third goal they scored. Most of their goals, of course, came like one came from set piece and one came from, to be honest, they're brilliant. So it was quite problematic for Barcelona. They were Intercity with their one-touch passing really trying to cause problems for Barcelona, and it was really a shite performance from Barcelona. 4-3 being the scoreline. I just cannot believe it, but I'm scared, to be honest, for the match against Atleti. I don't know how the match is going to go on. This pre-confidence is not looking good. The pre-match confidence, it's not looking good. But yeah, let's see what happens. Until now, Barcelona progressed to the next round of Copa del Rey. Now, thank you so much again for watching this video. As always, you guys do make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys a lot. And yeah, as always, Forza Barca. Peace.